far frickin' out. Hey, what's happening? This is South Boston Jeff back with another episode of Clouded Conversations. And as always, we got my man here, my main man, the milkman, Mr. Quincy Briscoe. How's it going tonight, Quincy?
No, it's all right. How about you?
No, I'm feeling pretty good as always. It's a beautiful night out there. It's been a beautiful summer weather all week, all for the last week or so, and going to talk about how we've been celebrating the summer and how we've been grooving into the summer weather. How's that sound, Quincy?
Starts with a good Memorial Day. Now that was fun.
True. We got together for the for Memorial Day for our first annual After Hours cookout, one of many to come, and it was great. Like a lot of good times, a lot of good food was served, and good times were had by all. And barbecues are pretty traditional to you, aren't they? You've always been about the burgers and the dogs and the potato salad and everything. So
barbecues, keep it simple. Keep them.
Because I'll never forget the one of the first specials this company produced back in the day. I think it was the early '90s, or something like that, when you did a 4th of July special barbecue involved. You know,
I remember that. Yeah, that was like
Reno. Yeah, it was a classic and everything. It was very well put together, but. Burgers, dogs. And so this time I thought I'd break out something a little different, because I'm a big fan of lamb.
Well,
do you like lamb, Doc? You don't? Then what's your favorite food?
French fries and ketchup.
Well, I think we can manage that too, Doc.
Very important. That's a very good clip.
Well, that's not the best summer movie. Actually, that's from The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Scatman Crothers. Good movie to watch during the winter. Or if you wanted to throw your AC on and cool down. And what movies do you like to chill out and watch during the summertime? Like, what are some of your favorite summertime movies?
I don't know.
There's plenty. Let me get you rolling there. I mean, there's we got the ones with summer in the title. We got Summer Rental with John Candy, or One Crazy Summer with John Cusack and Bob Goldthwait, and
I guess. Decent movie was the
Meatballs is a summer movie.
That is pretty decent, and
so I guess
The Great Outdoors, that was decent too. Dan Aykroyd,
I think that's
John Candy.
I will always think that The Great Outdoors was a little overrated. There's a lot of big Great Outdoors fans and everything. I like it. I don't love it. There's a lot of people.
Well, I guess the best part about The Great Outdoors was a couple of the stunts they pulled. The two highlights. First, you got it in nature. Yeah, when they did the ski boat. Yeah, and then Candy does some real good stunts on the ski.
That was pretty cool. I like the bear a lot in it. That bear is actually used in a lot of movies. That bear had quite a career. The Great Outdoors he was in. He was in one of my favorites, The Beastmaster, with Mark Singer, about the guy who could talk to the animals. And he was, I think Bart the Bear is his name. And I think one of the very last movies he did was with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin, and their plane crashed in the middle of the mountains, and they had to get back to civilization, but they had a bear chasing after them, and it was that same bear in The Great Outdoors.
Was it really? Well, it's important now.
He's one of the most well-trained bears in Hollywood. I mean, he was the go-to bear. He even won received an Academy Award.
Hey, those are all right.
Yeah, I remember he was he was at one of the Academy Awards ceremonies. I forget who presented the award, but they didn't go get very close to him.
Can you blame him? Bears are very dangerous. If you're gonna go near that bear, what you need is a shotgun with a lamp.
For some reason, John Candy, he's a great actor, but I like Summer Rental a little more than The Great Outdoors. But Summer Rental is that was the one where he rented the. He rented the little house little apartment in Florida with his family, and he had to build a boat. Well, he got in a scuffle with a local landlord, and he had to win the boat race in order to get back his room, or they were going to throw him out. But it was a fantastic movie. Rip Torn was in there as Scully, the pirate. Good old Rip Torn. If you look on YouTube, there's a good picture of me and Rip Torn when I got to meet him. I had him laughing his ass off when I met him. Yeah, he was quite a gentleman, but I was doing impressions of him. I was like, "Hey, Rip, I'd like to get shit-faced with you." He was like, "Oh, you sound just like me, young man. Wow." But I was able to give Rip Torn a good laugh before he passed away. So Rip Torn's a great guy. He was in Summer Rental. But one of my favorite summer movies. I also like Summer School with Mark Harmon. Ever see that one?
I think I saw that the guy's name was Mr. Shoop.
Yeah, Mr. Shoop. Exactly. Him and Kirstie Alley played a couple of teachers. There were a lot of delinquent kids, and
that was decent. Also, that was
it's kind of like a 2.5-star movie, a comedy. Did you know the guy who directed that was the same guy who directed The Jerk with Steve Martin?
Really?
Who was a jerk? Carl Reiner. Carl Reiner directed that.
Well, Carl Reiner knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah. He directs a very fine comedy. He directs very good comedies. I mean, his son, Rob Reiner, who, of course, played Meathead. He played Michael on All in the Family. But
Eat it! Yeah, stifle yourself! Look at the Meathead over there!
So, he's a director now, and he makes pretty serious movies. Some of them are good. Some of them, a fine summertime movie, Stand By Me, about the 4 young men who hiked down the railroad tracks to find the dead body.
So, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand, won't you stand by me? I saw that, and it's a good song. So, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, darling, won't you stand by me? It's
loaded with good music. Actually,
yes,
Quincy.
it is.
There's some that. The song "Stand by Me" by Benny King, I really liked the Buddy Holly song, every day it's a getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like you is surely come my way. Bing, 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 bing. But a lot of very great music. I remember when that movie came out. It was an R-rated movie, so my mother got me in to see it. I enjoyed it, and I ended up buying the soundtrack because it was so good. And my mother enjoyed it too because there was a lot of 50s music in it. But we just didn't know I was going to get onto that subject. But
that's all right.
Rob Reiner. But
that's okay.
Summertime movies. So I remember
good movies are so hard to find these days.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, I had we had a local video store, it was called Movies on Video, and I would rent all these movies, and I would place one VCR on top of the other, and I would rent the movies and tape them onto onto a tape, and I had one tape with 3 movies on it. It was Hot Dog the movie, Hamburger the movie, and Kentucky Fried movie.
You mean that they actually made a movie about Colonel Sanders?
Actually, the Kentucky Fried Movie was it was a bunch of different clips. It had nothing to do with really Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was a bunch of comedy clips from a bunch of comedy clips from that were directed by the Zucker brothers.
Zucker brothers?
Oh yeah, the guys who did Airplane. The comedians, the two directors, the two brothers who directed the movie Airplane and wrote most of the jokes. A very funny movie, the Kentucky Fried Movie. There's a lot of fake news, the popcorn you're eating has been pissed in. Film at 11. Things like that. That's the way the movie kicks off. There's a lot of fake previews and a lot of fake commercials. There's a fake morning news show, and then they gear up to the feature presentation, which is a kung fu movie, and it's a spoof on a kung fu movie. It's called A Fistful of Yen. Very fantastic. And that was the Kentucky Fried Movie. It's a very, very classic if you haven't seen it. But I also had Hot Dog, the movie.
Hot Dog now, is it about hot dogs? Or
No, it has nothing to do with hot dogs.
they just took that and just a bunch more comedy?
No, it's actually about skiing.
Skiing?
Yeah, the movie, Hot Dog, I guess that's like a special move you do when you're skiing, but the movie has nothing to do with hot dogs or food, for that matter.
And this other movie, what'd you say, the hamburger? I suppose it's got nothing to do with hamburgers.
Yep, it's about remember how in Police Academy they sent Steve Guttenberg, Mahoney, off to the Police Academy because he was kind of a troublemaker. Well, there was a troublemaker in this movie, Hamburger, and for some reason they send him off to the Hamburger Academy. In the Hamburger Academy, it's like a college. It's like a live-in. It's a live-in learning facility. It's a university to learn how to work at the fast food industry, how to make hamburgers, how to manage hamburgers, and it's trained like you're in the army. They wake you up at 6 a.m. and they make you make your burger bed. And there's a drill sergeant who is played by football legend Dick Butkus. Yeah, Dick Butkus actually signed on for this movie, and Hamburger, the motion picture. So you haven't seen this one, have you?
Not yet, no.
You're not really missing much.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I mean, it had boobs. It had some good boobs in it. Just like the Hot Dog movie. That's the only redeemable quality of Hot Dog the movie is it had Shannon Tweed. Shannon Tweed got naked in it, and you had David Naughton in there. He played one of the ski instructors, who like an alcoholic ski instructor. This must have been right after he lost his license with Dr. Pepper, because don't you know that David Naughton, the guy, he actually wrote that song. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, she's a pepper, he's a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? And then for a while, he was getting free Dr. Pepper, and he was like the Dr. Pepper guy. He got free Dr. Pepper for the rest of his life, until he made this movie, The American Werewolf in London. And as he was changing into a werewolf, he stripped off all his clothes and got down onto the floor and showed his ass. And he lost his contract with Dr. Pepper. No more free Dr. Peppers for David Naughton.
Too bad.
Yeah, it is kind of a shame. I've met him. He's a cool guy. And kind of a talented singer too. Remember that other one that he did back in the 70s? Because I'm making it. Because it was called Making It, kind of a disco song.
Vaguely, yeah. I probably heard it many times.
Because I'm making it. Yeah, David Naughton, but Yeah. So I would say Hot Dog the movie is better than Hamburger the movie.
But just odd names to these movies.
Yeah.
Real odd names to.
How about did you see Good Burger the movie?
I saw that. It was okay.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I saw it because well, first of all, it you know who was running around worked at the Good Burger was Abe Vigoda from Fish.
That's so important, yet so very good. Yes.
Like Barney, and like everything that he did was funny in that movie. I mean, just showing him running down the street, the way he ran and everything, it just cracked you up. All you need for a funny movie is Abe Vigoda to show up.
That's right.
And say a few lines. Oh, take me to the hospital. I think I broke my ass. That's one of the lines he said in Good Burger. Also in Good Burger, there was a scene where they got brought to a mental institution and they had to escape. But you know who was one of the inmates in that mental institution was George Clinton, the singer of P-Funk and the Funkadelics.
Oh yeah.
Very one of my favorites. You know.
I guess corny but funny's in Good Burger when the guy fell into the shake machine.
Well, yeah. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because Keenan and Kel Mitchell just finished a Good Burger Part 2. It's
really?
Yeah. It's of course Abe Vigoda can't be in it. Of course Fish can't be in it, but yeah, and they're gonna bring those characters back to life, and I mean I won't see it until perhaps it comes out. On cable about 3 years from now. I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing.
How many years?
Nothing. I'd go to. Well, it's nothing. I'd go to the movies and see. It's it's going to come out there sometime later this year. It's not. I mean, perhaps if my nieces want to go see it or something, I'll go see it with them. But the only reason, I sat through the first Good Burger movie, I'm like, hey, no shit, George Clinton is in this Funkadelic, man. This is all right. At least the movie wasn't a total waste of time.
It was corny but funny. Like I said, Fish was in it, and some corny stuff but funny. Like I said, the guy fell into the shake machine. I don't know why they did that stunt. Maybe just, I don't know, to sort of make the movie what it was. They fell into the shake machine. What else to do? I'll take you for a ride in the Burgermobile, you know, and this. It was all. I guess the thing about that movie was there was a restaurant opening up across the street that's supposed to be so good, and they wanted to get.
But they were putting food additive. They were putting food additives in their burgers to make them super big. But then the secret ingredient, they were going to start poisoning people. They were going to start putting shark poison. I've seen Good Burger more than one times because it's not a terrible movie.
Corny but funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's the type of movie. I mean, your kids drag you to see it, but then people like Abe Vigoda and George Clinton pop up, and you're like, oh, all right, something for the adults here. Yeah,
right.
This is pretty cool. Not bad. So. Yeah, but expect that coming out, like the Good Burger too. But like I said, it's not the type of movie that I'd see unless one of my nieces asked me to go see it with them or something like that.
Suppose that's gonna be about. They're gonna probably another competitor's gonna come along and try and get rid of them, and have you heard
something like that? No, I haven't heard what it's about. I'm gonna go in maybe I will go. Like I said, I'm not going to go see it in the theater because if I go see something in the movie theater, it has to be something really good.
I don't blame you.
The last movie I went to see them in the movie theater was that new Top Gun movie, and that was you have to see that in the new theater to get the full effect of the noise and the jets and everything. It was a pretty good movie. Yeah.
Well, the thing about Top Gun, you get not only that, the music. The guns and everything, but it's the soundtrack itself. That's the thing about movies. Now, have you heard what kind of music was in Top Gun Part 2?
Yeah, it was pretty much remixes of the first one. Like they'd play the song Danger Zone, but it would be a little different, and they used a lot of new songs. But it was a pretty decent soundtrack. I wasn't...
very important.
Yeah.
Very important that... in my opinion.
Why? What's your favorite movie soundtrack of all time?
Oh, I can't say. I got a few favorites. Top Gun, The Danger Zone.
What about the Smokey and the Bandit theme?
Westbound and down, it's a river rolling. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. God, gotta love Smokey and the Bandit. God knows.
I would like Pulp Fiction has a great soundtrack, and I think, and
needless to say, in the same line as Smokey and the Bandit, because we got a great big convoy walking through the night. We got a great big convoy, ain't you beautiful sight? Come on, enjoy the convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We're gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
Speaking of barbecues in summertime, do you remember in Smokey and the Bandit 3 where there was a nude barbecue?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I think it was Junior that got the barbecue, but I forget how they ended up at the nude barbecue. Oh, Junior hey, we're over here having a picnic. Do you want to come? And the girl was wearing nothing but an apron, but you didn't realize that until she turned around. But
Junior, Daddy's very bad. Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, and then Buford crashed the cop car into the middle of the nudist camp, and he said, "I haven't seen nothing like that since I was a little baby.
Give me the good old days."
When a pair of boobs meant a couple of dumb guys. I mean, Smokey and the Bandit 3 wasn't the best one, but it had a lot of great funny moments.
Well,
a lot of good.
The best part about Smokey and the Bandit because it has Buford.
It had Buford, and he's running around calling, "I know that, you pig bladder."
And it had, but you gotta admit, it was decent. But when the snowman came together with this girl, and
that was Colleen Camp, by the way. Yeah, the girl who played the snowman's girlfriend, Colleen Camp. The character's name was Dusty Trails. I mean,
and it has good stunts in it.
Yeah,
it was good. Like I said, I guess
do you remember that? Do you remember that lady that kept jumping on top of Buford's car? She kind of had a crush on old Buford.
Yeah.
She was like 6 feet tall. She's a Hollywood stunt woman. I've seen her in many movies.
That's good.
I don't know her name offhand, but I've seen her in many movies, like Cheech and Chong, women in prison movies. She has a very but if you notice, she was much taller than Jackie Gleason, but she was a huge.
Buford Sugar.
She was a very huge woman, but. So back to the barbecue.
Sure.
All right. So we had the usual. The burgers and dogs were excellent. So was the potato salad, the vegan potato salad. But what'd you think of the lamb chop? I mean, so I marinated up some lamb chops. Did you get to have any of them?
No, I served them. I had. That's okay. I had as much fun serving, playing. The assistant host, that's a lot of fun and a very important thing.
Yeah. Did they smell good?
Oh yeah, they smell good.
Yeah, because I have my own secret recipe for the lamb chops. That I marinate myself. Well, it's not too much of a secret. I just use teriyaki sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and little barbecue sauce.
Is it? I guess my favorite once in a while. They're expensive, but they're good once in a while. Is steaks, gotta have a good steak tip. Once in a while, though, when they can afford it, put those on the grill.
Yeah.
Gotta have that, and
even better if they're marinated. Yeah,
well,
I've been getting more into marinating.
Let me put it this way: I wouldn't want to hide the true taste of steak tips. But on the other hand, though, if you're gonna put barbecue sauce on something, put them on ribs because you don't want to hide the true taste of. But those are the two top things on barbecues: steak tips and barbecued ribs.
Barbecued ribs, yep.
With barbecued sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go marinate and everything, you hide the true
I
flavor.
use oven pit, open pit barbecue sauce. They make the best barbecue sauce.
There you go. Yeah.
Open pit, but if you're going to experiment with other types of barbecue sauces, and I always used experiment with different kind of spices. But I'm kind of getting into becoming a good marinating connoisseur.
Well, if you're gonna do an open pit, what's it take to build one? You just take a bunch of rocks, build and that's your pit, and it's fireproof, right?
Actually, open pit is a type of barbecue sauce.
Oh, I thought you were talking about an open pit barbecue.
Yeah, big fan of yours, Tammy, and everything. My friend, she likes to light a fire all the time, and she's always doing the open pit and everything, the fire pit, the big stone circle pit. You know what I'm talking about?
Very important. Yeah, good. Well, my fan out there, I give you credit. I give you a full salute. The open pit is very good.
Yeah, she's a very safe fire. She's a big fan of a good fire. But
and the open pit barbecue sauce. Well, it's something to try out one of these days. Anything else to add?
Well, what? So we've covered the barbecues, stuff. Okay, maybe we can talk. Ever see the movie Motel Hell?
No. What's that supposed to be like?
Okay, Motel Hell is about a brother and sister, Farmer Vincent and his sister Ida, and they make barbecue out of their and they have their a special barbecue they have a special barbecue recipe for and they make hickory smoked meat, and they make beef jerky. It's they run a hotel and they sell beef jerky on the side. So, what they're really doing is setting traps on the road by the hotel and causing people to have car accidents. They would drag the bodies back to their farm and bury them up to their neck, and they were using the meat from these poor unfortunate individuals to make the jerky. They were mixing it with pig meat and making jerky, but due to his smoking technique and all the spices he used, it became very popular, and people acquired a taste for it. Yeah, but Farmer Vincent's hickory smoked meat, and he ran the hotel with his sister Ida, who was played by Nancy Parsons, who was in the movie Porky's as Miss Ballbricker.
Huh.
But if you ever get the chance, see Motel Hell, because it's it's not as good a horror movie about barbecue as Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's up there. So, all right, a lot of good summertime movies a lot of good summertime movies that I recommended here. So that'll, as Bob Ross would say, that old clock on the wall is telling me that it's time to wrap up this episode.
Well, thank you for watching a very good episode and a very interesting episode of Cloud of Conversations.
And Quincy and I would like to wish you all a very lucky and happy summer, and hope you tune in all summer for some of this groovy goodness. And wishing you the best of luck, and have a happy and a healthy one.
And please, as usual, drive home carefully, because barbecues and everything, but you got to watch out for those people. So my advice, enjoy the summer, but have a safe and happy summer, and drive home carefully, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.